Welcome to your Hofstra Vibes Family Podcast. My name is Ariana Rebello, and here with me is our very special guest, Student Government Association President, Lincoln Anniballi. Lincoln, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fabulous. What is it like being the president of the Student Government Association?
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but the fun outweighs the work. So it's always such a great privilege to serve the Hofstra community and get to represent so many of our wonderful students to administration, get to work on so many cool projects, and just overall make the Hofstra community a better place and more welcoming for everyone.
Yeah. Was this the first club you joined when you got into Hofstra?
It was pretty close. I remember wanting to, during orientation, definitely one of the first things I did at the club fair was go to the student government. But I signed up for like everything my freshman year. I was super involved. And then I kind of got burned out with all the clubs.
Yeah.
So I kind of found my way. A message I always tell first year students is just get involved in everything, because then you'll figure out what you can and can't do and what you want and what you don't want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was going through it in my freshman year, so many boards, so many fun people, so many cool people to talk to. What attracted you about SGA specifically?
Well, I've always been interested in community service and in government politics. I'm a history and political science major. I tried to be involved in student government in high school. I lost every student council election that I ran for, so I can't lie and say that wasn't a part of me trying to reclaim my student government legacy in college. So I ran my first year wanting just to make Hofstra better. I really fell in love with the campus when I came here. So I felt that student government would be a great way to give back and to make friends and just have a fun time.
Yeah. I mean, is there a place where you guys hang out? Is there a place where you're social in SGA outside of the club?
We have our weekly meetings on Thursdays in the greenhouse. But then we also have our student government office upstairs in the student center. So most of the time, one of our members is there. So people are always in and out, hanging out. We require our senators to do office hours. So we have people there all the time, which helps just enforce our club membership, or reinforce it rather, and just creates a great community out of the organization, and there's always someone there to talk to. So, other clubs, you have weekly meetings where you get to bond with your members, but with SGA, we are always constantly in meeting and bonding with each other, which is what makes the club so special.
Would you say that your participation in SGA or really any club contributed to yourself as a stronger leader, a better and happier student?
Yeah, 100%. The person I am today is a product of my experience in the Student Government Association and a product of all of the people I've gotten to work with and my peers. Getting to see them on their leadership journeys has impacted me in so many ways on mine as well.
Really? Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay,
what is
go.
the best experience that you've had so far this year in SGA, last year in SGA? Is there like a memory that stands out to you?
There are so many. It's so hard to narrow down. But anytime we get to accomplish something on campus, or anytime we bring an idea to administration or we fund a project, getting to see that actually happen on campus is so rewarding, because whether it be one of my team members who puts forth an idea or it's myself, getting to see the process of just us talking about that in the greenhouse on a Thursday night to it going to President Poser and then her team taking it over and working on it. It is just so rewarding. And one of the most recent things was the renovations at Hofstra USA, where that was just an idea that I had one night sitting in Hofstra USA eating my chicken quesadilla, which is my favorite item there. And I just said this place could have a bit of a renovation and could get picked up a little bit and make it more of a hub for students on campus who live near there. So we brought that to Vice President Eads. She loved the idea. We did a walkthrough back in April, talked about places where we'd like to see pictures on the walls, different colors of paint we tested out, the flooring we tested out. We talked about the big event space in the back. Coming back in June when the renovations were in full swing, seeing the ideas that myself and my team put forward were just so rewarding to actually see that in practice. And now every time I get to go in Hofstra USA, seeing our ideas on the walls means just so much.
Yeah, I mean, that all sounds great. Now we're going to play a little game. It's called Ariana the Freshman. Hi, I'm Ariana, and I'm a freshman. Give me your elevator pitch on, I'm looking at SGA, I'm thinking about joining, I'm a little on the edge. What would you say to me, Ariana the Freshman?
I would say you should join, like I mentioned earlier, as much as you can. I think get involved in so many clubs and organizations, because that is really beyond your academics, kind of the meat of your college experience. You're going to make so many connections through the organizations that you join. And student government is a great place to start because you network with people who are going to be successful in their careers, with alumni who are successful in their careers who are in student government. You get to create meaningful change on campus and build your resume. And so many employers are looking at your resume, and when they see student government, they know that means project management, that means teamwork, that means hard work and volunteer work even when you don't have to. Beyond all that, it's just such a great community. There are so many friends that I've made in student government, so many people who I just know because of student government that I would not have had the chance to know otherwise. So it's so rewarding on the academic level, on the pre-professional level, and just on the social level. So I think it's one of the only clubs that knocks out all three of those buckets. But it's also important to get involved in other things so that as a student government, we can truly represent all of the students that we're here to listen to and bring their concerns to administration from.
Yeah, I mean, this was very heartfelt and beautifully said. However, you are wrong. You should have bribed me with candies and
Yes.
the quesadilla from Hof USA.
We do get a lot of free food. That is a perk, another perk of SGA.
Okay,
There's
so
a lot
you
of
should
free
have started
food.
with that.
Yeah.
Free food. Free
Yep.
food, a really good time, great networking experience. See, I've got the hang of it now. I wish I could join SGA.
There you go.
And to close out, like, what is the last piece of advice that you could give to a student, Hofstra parents, as they guide their kids into this new world?
I would say, I'll start with the Hofstra parents. Understand that your student is okay here at Hofstra, that there are so many people who care about them here. It's important for your student to grow here at Hofstra and find their own way. And sometimes you got to let go a little bit to get that and to understand. And it's important to give them space so that they can grow in their leadership, so that they can grow just as a person here at Hofstra. And when they do fall down, and when you'll be there to pick them up. There are so many people here on campus who are there to help them too. And that's goes right into what I would say to a student is that if you have a challenge that you can't get over, there is someone here at Hofstra to help you. Whether you reach out to us in student government, which is just sga@pride.hofstra.edu, we'll connect you to that person. We might be the people who can help you. There's always a resource at Hofstra, and that's what makes it so special is that everyone here cares for each other in ways that in other communities that just doesn't exist. So that's why Hofstra is so special. That's why it's important to know that and to understand. If you have a challenge, it's not a challenge, just a lesson here at Hofstra.
Yeah, very beautifully said. Well, thank you so much for joining us on your Hofstra Vibes family podcast. My name is Ariana Ribello, and I'm here with Lincoln Anniballi, and we are out. Have a great day, Hofstra alum and fam.